What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to episode 5, the final episode of this mini-series with AA9 Skills, the FUT Draft Club Challenge. It has been a journey. Apologies for episode 4, the audio on the draft section was out of sync. The gameplay in the end of the video is fine, but the sort of 8 to 10 minutes of the draft section was out of sync. I apologise for that. That was just a complete oversight on my part, so very sorry about that. But you guys have been smashing the thumbs up on this series. If you could continue to do so, that'd be amazing. If you want to see a season 2, then more thumbs up would be welcome. We'll choose same 5 leagues, or maybe not. Maybe we'll just do 5 marquee matchups. Maybe we'll do some weird leagues, some weird teams. Instead of Arsenal, Chelsea, we could do Man United, Man City. Instead of Real Madrid against Barcelona, we could do Barcelona against Real Madrid. You know what I mean? You get where I'm coming from. Anyway, this is episode 5. I didn't realise AA took off 3 points for using Koscielny, so I'm taking off 3 points for using Willian, which was a huge mistake. That was my bad. After 4 episodes each, of course, if you don't know what Skills has done yet, his link's in the description below. Don't ruin it for yourself. Go and watch it, then come back. After 4 episodes each, after all the deductions have been made, I am on 33 points, and AA is on 32 points. So this is literally it. If I win this draft, I win the series. If I don't win this draft, AA just has to get a 1 better result than me. So if I win, if I lose in the final and he wins the final, he wins. If I lose in the semi-final and he gets to the semi-final and wins it, he wins. So on and so forth. So the teams for today is PSG versus Lyon. I have picked Lyon. AA9 Skills is PSG. So the order we're going to do this in, let's take the 4-3-2-1, is I'm going to have to take every Lyon player that shows up. Then I'm going to go for every French league player and then every French player. That's the order I'm going to do it. So club, league, nation. I think that's the fairest way to do it. And off the back of that, Di Maria is going to be our first choice. Oh no, I can't pick PSG players. Wow, I nearly made a mistake straight away. So no PSG players for me. So I get kind of a free choice here. If I pick Quadrado, where does he go? Right back. Don't really want... I might take Dybala because we have good chances to link him. So, there's no Lyon players here. I can't use PSG, which means I just can't take Di Maria. There's no French players. There's no French league players. Let's go with Dybala. I hope to get Lacazette. He's like, would be my one saving grace. We do get Lacazette. We actually are going to have to take him. Even though it's the Arsenal version, because there's no Lyon players here. There's no French league players here, and Lacazette is the only French player. So even though that is the guy that I wanted, not the Lyon version, we will take Alexandre Lacazette. Next up on the board, another Di Maria that I just can't take. That leaves me with 98 Messi, I think. This might be tough. I'm definitely going to make a mistake here. There's no French players here. There's no French league players here except for Di Maria. And I can't take him because he's PSG. I'm going to take Lionel Messi. He gets that soft link into Dybala, which will give Messi 6 chemistry no matter what. Can't complain about that. No French league players and no French players here either. We'll take much just because he's... No, we don't even need a Premier League. I mean, this just doesn't matter. None of these players are going to be used. So we'll go for the left centre mid. Come on, give me a Lyon player. No Lyon player, no French league player, no French player. I'm getting like... This is almost like a benefit to me because I get to pick whoever the hell I want. And I'm going to take Iniesta here because he gets that strong link to Messi. He gives Messi perfect chemistry. Iniesta gets 8 chemistry. Right, so we have got a Lyon player. There we go. And I tell you what, that Valbuena card, oh, I could go with Cornet as well, but I'm going to take Valbuena. He's a Lyon player. He gets a soft link to Lacazette, which is huge because it puts Lacazette onto 7 chemistry and Valbuena gets 6 chem. And of course, he has the 4-star skill moves and really nicely well-rounded stats. That is not bad so far. Let's see what we get out of the defence. Now, there are a few Lyon defenders. Obviously, there's a lot of French league defenders. For example, Pereira here. I just want to make sure. So I said to you guys, club, league, nation. So Pereira above Corchia. Because the league trumps the nation. There's no other players that I could use here, so we'll put him in. Not too bad. If we could get a decent player. Now, I can't use David Silva. I can use anyone else I want. Do I want to take David Luiz? I do have... You guys will probably be saying go Barzagli. because he links with Dybala, I don't think I want to do that. I want to take David Luiz just because he's big. I hope I didn't make a mistake there. I need to be really careful with what I'm doing here because I don't want to give away any points again. Right, so no French League here again. No League One players, which means, sorry, no Lyon, no French League, which means I have to take Sacco because he's French. Which actually works out with David Luiz right there because now they're going to get a soft link to each other, which is great. We get a Nice player, which we have to take. So Dauber is the next player. And that's actually really good because he also gets a soft link into David Luiz. This team's not too bad. It's coming along nicely. I don't mind it at all. Any French League players here? No French League players, no French players. So we can take whoever we want here. A Brazilian or a French would be great. Obviously, I don't have any French, so it doesn't really matter who I take because the goalkeeper's not going to stay. So that's not a bad team to start with. We're 1 or 2 players away from getting the links that would be great for the team. Let's start with the bench here. So Eden Hazard. So I can't take Di Maria again, and that means I have to take Antoine Griezmann. So I'll actually throw Griezmann in here. Will that help with chemistry? That helps with chemistry there. And that doesn't, yeah, so we'll leave Dybala there. Griezmann in the centre of the park, I don't mind too much. And we'll take out Delaney there. So that is the next pick taken perfectly. Next up, so once again, no French League player. So we have to take the French player. I'm going to struggle to get all the French players in because I'm not very well going to play lots of strikers in the midfield. But I will put Benzema in there because he actually does give us more chemistry in a strange twist of fate there. If we swap them two around now, no, that doesn't work out quite so well. We'll drop back to the defence in a second. Next up, Mesut Ozil, Brem. So I can actually take... Ooh, do I want to take Brem? I don't know what the rules are on what I have to play and what I don't. I actually have pick of the bunch here. I can take whoever I want. And I'm going to take the legend. Now, I didn't... This is something that I didn't discuss with AA. I didn't discuss whether or not we had to use the players that were French. Like, do I have to use only every Lyon player and then the picking order just is for picking? Or do I have to use all of the specific players? So every French player, every French League player, and every Lyon player. I didn't really discuss that with him. I'm gonna have to have a look. Ooh, that Neymar though. There's no French players here. There's no French League players here. I could take Alexandro. He'd get that strong link with Danilo. Sorry, not Danilo. With Dybala. But again, can I use them? I don't know. I'd probably prefer Neymar as well. See, I'm going to take Neymar. I don't know. I'm going to have to, before I finish, I'm going to pick the squad and then I'm going to art skills what we're going to do here. So no French League players again. No French players again. So we've got pick of the bunch here. We're going to go for the highest rated. We'll go with Icardi. We can use him on the bench. That's no problem at all. In goals, I do need a decent goalkeeper here. Right, we get a French goalkeeper. So we obviously no French League goalkeeper, no Lyon goalkeeper, but Lloris goes in there. That's great. That's great for the team. That's great for the chemistry. He works out very, very well. There's a PSG player. There's a Lyon player. So we have to take Yanga Mbiwa, and we'll put him in there instead of David Luiz as well. So that's all the French and French League players still in there. There's no French or French League players that I haven't picked or that aren't in the team. Next up, no French or French League again. Look at this team. I'm getting some sick players. The combination of the Juventus players is pretty big. What do we get here? So nothing here again. So I'm going to take Hamsik and just put him on the bench. I'm trying to be vigilant, dudes. I'm hoping I'm not making any mistakes here. I don't think I have done. No French League player, no French player yet again. So we'll take Andre Gomes for the rating. Next up, we are looking at no French or French League players again. So we'll take Buffal for the rating. And then this is the last pick of the bunch. So I just need, whether or not I have to, so there's a French and French League player. So we'll take Taberneau. I don't know whether I'm supposed to play all of the French League and Lyon players or only all of the Lyon players. Because if it's only all of the Lyon players, I could put Benzema up front. I mean, that helps anyway, just with chemistry in general. But I could quite easily put Neymar up at left forward, or even like striker. I could put Dybala in there, swap those two around, and then put, for example, Dani Alves Team of the Year here, and then I could put David Luiz in here, and that's just a much, much better team. You know what I mean? Like, well, maybe I'd get rid of Lacazette as well for someone somewhere. I'd get rid of get rid of left back and put Brem in. I don't know. There's many options, so I'm gonna go and find that out, dudes. I will be right back. Okay, guys, I couldn't hear back from AA in a reasonable amount of time. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to put every French League and Lyon player in the team. So we've got Lloris in goal, French. Pereira at right back, French League. Sacco, French. Yanga and Biwa, Lyon. The left back, Tabano, French League. Lacazette, French. Benzema, French. Dalbert at centre midfield, French League. Messi is our freebie because we have no more. Griezmann, French. Valbuena from Lyon. So we did get 2 Lyon players and 1 ex-Lyon player, obviously, in Lacazette. I could get it. I mean, I'm not really missing out that much on chemistry. I could get it up to 85 chemistry if I played it a little bit different. But I don't mind too much being on 79 chemistry. If we can get a French League or a French manager, that would be ideal. The only players that are really low on chemistry are the 3 centre mids, and that's because it's Benzema, Lacazette, and this Dalbert card. I don't believe there is any way for me to get it higher rated for chemistry. Doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, there we go. 82 chemistry right there. Wow, how did I not see that before? Oh, that's way better. That's way better. 82 chemistry anyway. We're on the same chem points. That's ideal, dudes. That is ideal. So there we go. That is what the team's going to look like. So I think it's a little... Yeah, the biggest... Well, everyone's on great chem. Messi on 6 is fine because he's 99 Messi or 98 Messi, so he's fine. The attack is fine. The only problem is Benzema, Lacazette, and the other centre midfielder on 2 chem each and 3 chem for Lacazette. But at half-time, which is where I'm going to make the subs, we could just quite happily bring in Dani Alves, David Luiz, Dybala, Neymar, or Iniesta. We've actually got some phenomenal subs. One of the best benches you'd probably like to see out of a draft. And our attacking play is actually really good. So for a manager, we do get a French League 1 manager. That pops us up to 86 chemistry. I believe that would be the most that we can get. Liga Santander puts us up to 84. Yep. So 86 chemistry on this team. Not so bad at all. And that will actually boost Lacazette to 4 chemistry, which is about card stats. And then Benzema and the other dude on 3 chem each will get a very minor deduction in stats. So that's not the worst thing in the world at all. So that is the team, guys. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, guys, as we get into the gameplay, as we know, this is a very, very important draft. A win in every round is a crucial 3 points for me on my way towards beating AA9 skills. And it's quite funny because up to episode 4, AA has won 3 drafts out of the 4, but he lost in the first round of one of his drafts, which was just my saviour. It gave me an opportunity to still actually win this this mini-series. For me, excluding this draft, I've won 2. I lost in the final in 1, and I lost in the semi-final in another, which gave me the points, the extra points. And of course, the reason why it is only 1 point ahead of AA is because I made far more mistakes than him with picks and selections throughout the process. So I could have actually made it like a little bit easier on myself if I didn't make any mistakes. I could actually be 4 or maybe even 6 points ahead by now. I guess in some ways fortunate that AA managed to come up against someone who was able to take the 3 points from him. I saw the game as well that he played, and the guy seemingly was quite lucky and scored a lot of goals. I think 6-2 I saw it was, but it was just counter-attacks, and I've suffered so many losses to people that, you know, I've got a lucky goal here or there. Then I've had to go attacking or ultra-attacking, and it's just resulted in more counter-attacks. And every now and then, they just pop every ball in the back of the net. You know, sometimes you play against those kind of dudes, and they counter you and counter you and counter you, and they're just not good enough to, you know, to score the goals, so it doesn't really make any difference. But on that occasion, A did get the loss, which obviously for me was really, really helpful. And in our first game here, guys, we absolutely destroy our first opponent. I was thinking to myself, you know, obviously I know AA is a better FIFA player than me. I know he's an exceptional FIFA player in general, and for him the draft is not easy. I think that's a little bit disrespectful to other people that play FIFA, but it's definitely something where he just dominates it constantly. So I'm thinking to myself here, with a 1-point lead, getting to the final is absolutely imperative. You know, getting those 9 points plus the 1-point lead, 10 points, that'll leave it to a situation where Skills has to win the draft to beat me. So a big 5-0 win, 6-0 win it was by the end. You can see here my opponent was all out attack. He's only got one defender. He's not really trying. I think he also had 10 men at this stage as well. It just became ever so easy. Messi with a great shot there, falls back to Neymar. Neymar shoots and scores. And it goes 6-0. So our first game, a big performance, a big win, and of course very, very happy with 3 more points on the board. Because as you guys know, if you don't know, the loser of this mini-series, and this is the final episode for me, you're going to have to go over to AA9's channel to check out for him whether or not he did good enough to stay in. But the loser of this is going to give away a gift code or something on Twitter. So be sure to follow in both Twitter accounts. So the loser, you'll be notified when obviously when they're going to give something away. So our second opponent here, dudes, an interesting team. He's obviously got the PSG Neymar, which is quite cool. He's gone for a French league team. There's some really bad players in there. There's some okay players in there. He's got a formation that doesn't suit most of his players. And we managed to finally get the breakthrough with Antoine Griezmann, a beautiful little chip over the keeper in the 35th minute. And that was a fantastic goal. And I was really happy with this team. Even using Dalbert at centre midfield, using Benzema and Lacazette at centre midfield. In draft, because you're not playing, it's not competitive FIFA, right? It's not Foot Champs FIFA. So there's no real need to have excessive meta players. Because I don't need Hullet and I don't need Vieira in midfield, because as you can see by my opponent's team, he doesn't really have the players available either, right? So because it's draft. So one of the positives of having these two strikers in the midfield with the fact that they're high aggression and they're just constant running, you know, a lot of pace on them, good physicality on the pair of them. They actually really help to dominate the midfield. Into the semi-final we go, guys. 6 points now we picked up. We come up against a super squad. Striker Ronaldo, inform Neymar, team of the season Messi and Felipe Luis, team of the year Luka Modric, he's got Jimenez, he's got inform Lloris. Yep, his right centre back's not the best. He's got Carvajal in at centre mid with Kovacic, who isn't the best player either. But again, I'm using Dalbert in midfield. It's not like I've got like a super squad. He made a mistake here by backing off of Lionel Messi, expecting the cutback. Messi's a weird one for me this year. I've used him some, but not a lot. But he's so good. He's so good. And I sit there and think, man, why haven't I used him more? This dude is a beast. We get the first goal with Lionel Messi, and then the second goal with Antoine Griezmann. A lovely through ball in and around the defence. Griezmann makes the run on through, hits a low driven across the goalkeeper. And that sends us 2-0 up. And it wasn't too long into the second half before the third goal came. Neymar on as a sub. Gets in down that left-hand side. He's expecting me to cut back. Well, sorry, he didn't expect me to cut back. I did cut back. We lay that off to Lacazette, who slots that one home and makes it 3-0. And then I believe there was a fourth. And on this one, he thought I was, because I just cut back with Neymar before with the stop and turn. I think on this occasion, he thought I was going to cut back with Dani Alves. So I didn't cut back on this occasion. It allowed me to get into the space. We cut it across once, cut it across twice. And there is Lacazette once again to score the goal. And that gives us 9 points. So now no matter what, we are 10 points clear of AA. So anything less than him winning his draft, and I've won the tournament. I've still got 1 game to go, so we've got 3 more points up for grabs. Is it going to be possible? Let's find out. Into the final we do go, and we come up against a nice team. Not the best formation, but a really nice team. David Luiz, team of the season De Gea, team of the season Roberto Carlos, inform Mkhitaryan, inform Willian, Hazard, Lukaku, De Bruyne. He's got inform Payet in there. It's all round a real nice team. And this guy brought on Ronaldo quite early on, if I remember correctly. I can't remember who he brought him on for. Probably Payet. But he brought on Cristiano Ronaldo. And our first goal comes from a mistake from my opponent. He tries the shot with Roberto Carlos. Hugo Lloris picks up the easy save. And now we've got a counter-attack. Lionel Messi, he backs off waiting for the pass. He comes in for the tackle but backs off again waiting for the pass. We get the angle on David Luiz, hit him with a stop and turn. A beautiful finesse shot, and what a goal from Lionel Messi that was. A beautiful finish into the far corner. And a second goal came from a counter-attack as well. A nice turnover possession. One of the things that would really frustrate me here is you see his player injured on the halfway line. I don't know that I would have scored that if his player wasn't laying there. That's something for me that EA need to deal with for competitive FIFA. I shouldn't be able to score and he shouldn't be able to concede a goal because one of his players decided that he would just lay on the field for 3 in-game minutes, you know. However, we managed to go 3-0 up. A beautiful finish from Dalbert, getting the final goal for us in this tournament, putting us 3-0 up. But this game was not over. My opponent made a very strong fight back in what was an even game anyway. I had a little bit more possession, but the chances were free-flowing. The football was good. My opponent gets a good goal there. I didn't expect him to shoot and score that. I actually expected the cutback. But he gets a shot away and bangs it into the back of the net. So put a little bit of pressure on me there. And it wasn't too much later that he got a second goal. Eden Hazard here steps inside. Great work. Falls to KDB. Finesse shot in off the post. 3-2 with 20 minutes to go. All I had to do was hang on and the mini series is ours. And guys, I managed to hang on. So 12 points in today's episode gets us an unassailable lead. Even if AA wins his draft, he cannot win the series. So this is the end of the gameplay, guys. Let's get into the packs. Okay, guys, so I believe that makes us champions. Another draft win. This series was quite successful given the teams that we had. 3 draft wins, 1 final loss and 1 semi-final loss. That's really not that bad. I feel like that's a really decent, you know, return on investment. It's impossible for A9 Skills at this stage to catch up with me. So no matter what happens in his final episode, he has lost by a minimum of 1 point. Which means he has to do the giveaway. So you guys might want to follow his Twitter, which will be linked down below, because on his Twitter he's going to be doing a giveaway of some sort to one of you guys that has watched and thumbed up this series. This team was actually fantastic. 2-0, 4-0, 6-0 and 3-2 as the results there. So lots of goals, only 2 goals conceded. Very nice indeed. What do we get as our prize? 2 rare gold packs and a premium gold pack. Not bad, not bad. Could be a bit better, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll see what we get out of it. No walkout, no freeze, no big flare. We did get 1 rare player in the premium gold pack though, so that's not too shabby. It's Belotti, of course, does have a team of the season. The squad fitness card there as well. Not so bad, and we'll put Figueiredo up into the tray pile and discard the remaining items. So hopefully out of these 2 rare gold packs, we can pick ourselves up a couple of big 83, 84 rated players just to make sure we make our profit back. So, ooh, Juventus. Are Juventus players worth something right now? Yeah, 2,300. We'll pop him up. That's not so bad. We'll send all of this. So a CM to a CDM is not too shabby. We'll send the Man United kit up as well because that actually does go for something. But I think it's going to be, unless we get something relatively decent out of this pack, I think it's going to be a struggle. Hey, there we go. That's an 85, 86 player, that is. It's going to be Edison Cavani. Very nice indeed. 86 rated Cavani bringing us the profit. Thank God for that. How much is he selling for right now? About 11,000 coins. That's fine. It's enough to make sure that we make money off of this draft. Very nice indeed. We'll pop these dudes up to the trade pile. We'll discard the rest. And that, guys, is not only going to be the end of the video, but also the end of the series. If you want to see more, drop a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out A9 Skills. Link is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.